coming back to the channel today. Great to see you here. Today I'm doing another gadget, and it's a gadget that I probably will use in some more of my future videos. And it is a model number JB30115DS1207BK mini hot plate. Now I got my hot plate at Amazon for $20.99, which isn't really a bad deal. I went ahead and got two of them. And so I will tell you that if you go there and follow the links on my page, I will get a small commission, and that will help make more videos with more gadgets for the channel. It's 120 volts, 60 Hz, 500 watts, and I should be able to run it with my Bluetti power station. Now, why would you want to have one of these? Well, if your power goes out and you don't want to eat just plain old food out of the can, you're going to need a way to heat it up. And also, maybe if you're camping or you're out camping in your vehicle, you need something that you can cook with that has a low power draw. Some of you rustic type individuals out there are thinking, well, I'll just fire up my jet boil or use my portable camp stove. Well, where I live, we don't have that option. They're pretty strict on open flames. We can't even put a barbecue pit out on our balcony. So the only other choice is to come up with some alternatives that are that don't produce any flames. So therefore, that's why I'm doing the testing on this little portable electric hot plate, because it doesn't violate the rules of where I live, and also it's pretty stealthy. If you had a reason that you had to kind of like hunker down and stay inside, this would be a pretty good option. Or if the weather was bad and you couldn't get outside to cook outdoors, and if you didn't have any power, again, this is a fairly good option for cooking. I actually got two of these. And as I make future videos, you see how I'm going to use them. But first I've got to review it and make sure it's going to work and do what I want it to do. So let's take this out of the box. And got a 120 power cord. Now, if you're reconstituting just about any kind of food, or different things you may want to try to prepare, you've got to be able to heat it up. So this thing appears to be well constructed. It has good weight to it. It has a little dial here where you can dial it up and set the heat. And I think one of the things I'm looking for with this device is how close will it come to boiling water, or can it boil water? Hot plate user manual. Remove all packing materials. Turn hot plate on to the highest heat setting and set for several minutes. This will burn off any residue. This unit cycles on and off. Place it on a high temperature resistant surface. I'm going to come back in a couple of minutes here and find something to put this on that might be a little bit more heat resistant. I'll see you guys shortly. This should do. Now I'm going to plug it in to the 120 receptacle here. And let's turn this on. And it's drawing 503 watts, a little bit more than what it says. I've got it turned up all the way. Let's see if we turn it down if it draws less. Yes, it does draw less wattage. So very quickly it's going from 100% to, let's see if you can see that, 97%. So my little Bluetti 600 watt battery is going to go down pretty quickly, 96%. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to try to get some water boiling for this Lipton cup of soup. And it says 6 ounces of water. I got this little teapot especially for this. I'm gonna put 6 ounces of water in here. It's about 6 ounces. And what I'm going to try to do is see if I can get this boiling with this little hot plate. Now if your power went out and you didn't have any way to heat up food, that would be a good use for this. It's going to kind of depend on how well this battery holds up. It's already down to 90%. And it hasn't been, hasn't even been 5 minutes. Well, let's just see what this will do. %. I'm going to get my cup of soup ready, 86%. Here's my cup of soup. %. So it appears as though it may become a race. As to how fast this water will heat up. 83%. I don't want to run this Bluetti down below 50%. 80%. So I've already used 20% of my battery trying to heat this water for my cup of soup. 79%. I don't know if this hot plate is going to bring my water to a boil before it extracts 50% of my battery. We're at 77%. And it looks like this has been heating for 6 or 7 minutes. We shall see. %75. I see some steam coming off of the hot plate. It's probably burning off that residue. On the box, they do show works great with portable power station. It is working great. My question is, how quickly does it exhaust the... Let me look in here and see how this water's doing. Yes, there's steam coming off of the water. You can see it. 69%. It seems as though my, no, it's still heating. 68%. I think this water is coming to a boil. It's not a full rolling boil, but I think it is hot enough to do my soup. So I turned off the going to make my soup, and it is hot. So yes, you do want something to put it on that's heat resistant. Oh yeah, there's nice steam rolling off of here. So for the purpose of my videos, this little hot plate's going to work just fine. But I would say, you know, these migrants in these hotels that are cooking with these hot plates, it's probably sort of a dangerous thing if they don't have the right kind of surface to put it on. But you're going to need, if you're going to use this to cook with your portable power bank, and of course I have 2 of them, so I exhausted about 1/3 of my, down to 67%, and it didn't take but about 10 minutes. So in practice, you know, if you have a way to recharge with a solar panel, yeah, this is an acceptable source of cooking. I have another one I'm going to show you guys, but I think I could probably put a little frying pan on here, and I probably will, and see what I can do with an egg. Some of these retort foods that need to be reconstituted for my videos, this will work just fine. You're going to have to be careful with it though. As far as my Lipton soup goes, see what that tastes like. It cooked it up just fine. You can still see the steam coming off of the spoon here, although it's down in the corner. Put it over here to where you can see that a little better. I had to blow on it a little bit before I ate it because it's pretty hot. So I have to give this little hot plate a thumbs up. And of course, if you're plugging it into a 120 socket in your wall, there's no limitation on how much power it draws. It draws right about 503 watts on full. You could turn it down a little bit and use it as a warmer and probably get more more life out of your battery. But I don't think they're out of line by saying it works good with a power station. Jackeries, the smaller ones, are usually 500 or 600 watts. But really, you might want like a 2,000 watt power bank if you're going to use this multiple times over a day without recharging it. Pretty nice little device. So, one thing that I think it could use that doesn't come with is some kind of a little bag to pack it in. It's got a good power cord on it, and it's well constructed. It's heavy metal. Still not quite cool to the touch. So you're going to have to let this thing cool off. Probably, I'd say 15 or 20 minutes after you use it. And again, I had 100% power when I plugged it in, and now I'm down to about 66%. So to heat up a packet of soup used about 1/3 of my 600 watt power bank. So that was a pretty good test. And this appears to be about the size of the one that's on the box that's pictured. So anyway, guys, that'll be the end of this review, and hope you liked it. Give us a thumbs up. Check some of my other videos, because I'm getting a good collection of cool videos out there, and really glad you guys came by today. Really appreciate your time and your visit. And God bless, and we'll see you the next time around.